Waverley takes on Melbourne. This year, Melbourne is under the direction of ex-NBL and NBA player Andrew Gaze. Of course, he's well known to all basketball players and basketball enthusiasts here in Melbourne and around Australia. So we're good to go. We are good to go with today's game. And welcome to Daniel, again, who will be your commentator for the day.
All right, thank you very much, Andrew. We have the starting five as usual for the Falcons. We have Blenner Hassett, who's number 4, Tom Boyle, number 10, number 12, Brad Kelleher, number 9, Ivan Platnick, and the best point guard in the competition, Sadell Thread up top. And, you know, for the Tigers, we don't really have a lot of numbers on them right now, you know. But we've got the, I'll just say number 4, it's Robert, number 5, Tigler, and at the start of the game, and 1 for Ivan Platnick, and he'll have 1 to come. And just to ask Andrew Seabrook here, quick question. What do you think of Ivan's scoring? Because he's been leading the league so many years in scoring.
Yeah, there's he's one of those really underrated players.
Yeah, so they'll throw with the steal and the assist. And timeout by the Tigers.
Yeah, Ivan's one of those really underrated players that he perhaps should have made an NBL gig. He's played Div 1 college, NCAA Div 1 college for Alaska. He's been the stalwart here at Waverley Falcons. In fact, he's only ever played 1 year away from the Falcons. Mike Bullock regards him as one of his favourite sons. In fact, I think he's adopted him and claims parental rights over him.
Okay.
But he's basically doing a lot of stuff there for him. But no, he will sneak up on you. He'll get his 25,
10. Yeah, 25 and 10, something like that.
Double, and if you go back over his scores over the years, he's been doing this for something since he was 18.
Okay.
Whichever level he was in, he's been doing that. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Andrew, for that, and we'll just see how he goes with the scoring for the rest of the afternoon. So McKay with the ball, Jack Purchase with the ball right now to number 5. Just give me a moment.
And there's another rebound to Ivan. So again, he's got a couple of scores, a couple of rebounds, and then Simon Blenner has it. Now Simon again, one of those really underrated players, just keeps on doing it. But Melbourne running through hands, running a continuity play. Not quite the shuffle at the moment, but. And again, ball hasn't come through as their big number 31 turns the corner and gets the basket. So they're on the board. Brad Keller from the side misses the ball, rebound by Platnick, and they're put back there as well. So very quickly they're out to a 7-point lead. Another rebound to Ivan. And the ball's gone out of court. So Jack Purchase taking a bit of a break.
So we have Jeremy McKay up top to number 4 Robert. Robert with the pull-up. Gets an air ball. It's rebounded by Brad Kelleher. Full speed, head of steam, going to the basket. Misses. Rebounded by number 5 Silva to McKay. McKay does not finish. And the foul is called on number 10, Tom Boyle. So it will be base. Jeremy McKay dribbling, rebounded by Sadell Threat.
Ivan said last night that he's in commentary of the Champ Women game that he spends a lot of the floor. I don't think he really meant like that. That was a case of him getting tangled up in his own feet.
Yep.
As he gets the ball, but he's fouled.
So into the post is Ivan Pladnik, going around, passing it out to Blennerhassett for 3. It's rebounded by Robert. Robert bringing it up, kicks into the post. Number 31 does not make it go. Jack Landell. Robert swings it to Jeremy. Jock Landell once again to Robert. Back to him. Silva passes to McKay. Lando in the post, goes up, gets his own putback and scores. And
Jock, one of the players that's been promoted out of the youth league team.
Yeah. Brad Kelleher driving, kicks it out to Tom Boyle. Tom Boyle hits the 3. So we have Robert running the offense. Michael. McKay with the pull-up. Does not go. Jock. Jock turns it over and throws it out of bounds.
Subs in for the Falcons. Blennerhassett sits down and Chris Arkell takes his place, and Ivan sits down for a short break, replaced by Brad Bridgewater.
Yeah, big Brad in the middle who protects the paint. He's just a beast down low. Kelleher with the shot. Does not go. Gets his own rebound into the paint and gets the easy layup. Silva with the ball.
So
Silva using the pick by Jock. Kicks it ahead. McKay down low asking for the ball. Robert with it. Passes to McKay. McKay, he's question to take the 3. He doesn't take it. Gets in the paint and gets the layup with the left hand. Arkell inbounds to Threat. Sadell Threat to Bridgewater. Bridgewater down low. He's double teamed. It's stolen. The great steal by Michael Matias. Silva handling it for the Tigers. Kicks it to McKay. McKay at the 45 using the screen. The pump fake into the middle. The in the paint is Jock. The turnaround jumper. Hook shot does not go, and it is Melbourne Tigers ball. So we have Ivan Pladnik subbing in for
Tom Boyle.
Yeah, for Tom Boyle. Tom Boyle just checked out. Multiple screens to McKay. Falcons are confused. They're up and under. Chris Arkell with the rebound. Kicks it to Sadell.
So we've got 2 Waverley players on the Melbourne Tigers team at the moment. And that's Johnny being welcomed back to the Falcons' nest there with a big foul on his ex-teammate, Sadal Threat.
Sadal breaking down his defender, has his foul by number 8.
Of course, Sam played in the game just earlier today as well.
Yeah, he must be in great shape as he's able to play back-to-back games. Bridgewater down low, misses. Looking for the foul, does not get it. He should be going up to dunk it, not laying it up. Jog up, misses. Rebound, Bridgewater. Bridgewater brings it up into Pladnik. And he's fouled, and it will be baseline.
So that should be shots. Should be shots.
Bridgewater will go to the line for 2.
And unfortunately for Jock, I think that's his second or third.
We just have to confirm with the stats over there.
No, he's on his first, so that's not too bad.
Yep. Bridgewater misses both. Jock gives it to McKay. McKay back to Sam McDonald. McDonald crosses. Gives it back to number 15, Johnny Closter. Sam Mack into Closter. Jock up. Gets the and one. So he'll go to the line for the 3-point play.
Great ball movement there from the Tigers. They reversed it through 3 pairs of hands into Jock Landale, who cut from Wick's side along baseline, established that post position and drew the foul.
Indeed, that's what happens when you get great ball movement through the hands of your teammates. He misses the free throw. Pladnik with the rebound. Passes to Campbell. Adrian Campbell with the ball. Back to Sadal Threat. Calling fist, which is a pick and roll with the big guy. Sadal going to the rack. He's fouled and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, it's Ivan's mini double already. He's 5 and 5. 5 rebounds, 5 points.
It's only the beginning of the first quarter.
Yeah, we've still got only 7 minutes into the quarter. Andrew Gaze is somewhat.
He's getting fired up as he's taken off his coach's top, the warm-up top.
Somewhat frustrated at the moment.
Yeah. Sam McDonald bringing it up. His double team. Passes to McKay. McKay does base. Spins. So the body contact was seen by the official. Bridgewater with the foul.
Just the first for him.
Yep.
Not anything that Coach Andy Sherwood will be upset with.
Sadal Threat once again using the pick by Big Brad as it goes in the paint for the easy 2. He misses the layup. The steal by Campbell, the alley-oop does not go. And it is Melbourne Tigers ball.
So the juniors in the crowd are certainly being treated to a clinic today already.
Yep. Colstar to Daniel Sutcliffe. McKay in the post, guarded by Pladnik. Fades, rebounded by Big Brad. Sadal attacking, kicks it to Ivan. Ivan misses. It's very rare for Ivan to miss, you know. McKay, behind the back, going into the paint, ditching. Reverse layup missed by Colster.
Gets his own rebound, but brings it out though.
No problem with that. McDonald saying go through, has uses the big screen from Jock. Jock run and roll. Back to Sutcliffe. Pump fake, couple of dribbles into the paint. Sadell with the rebound. He's double team, kicks it out to Campbell. And so the blocking foul is on number 15, Johnny.
That's his second.
So we have Sadell Thread checking out, and he's replaced by number 6, Matt Bongetti. My bad, Bongetti.
So Johnny is one of the more experienced players on the squad
for the Tigers.
Yeah, he wouldn't want to be picking up too many fouls too early.
Yep.
His coach would want him to be able to run the entire game.
So he converts at the line. Adrian Campbell, who just replaced Adele. Jack Purchase has checked in also. Johnny.
Into Landau.
Yep. Sam going up and finishing.
Great job from the junior there.
Bongetti into the post. The block. Brad is a little, he's been a little too soft, don't you think? He should be going down to throw it down, not, flip for playoffs.
I think he's probably just warming himself up.
Yeah, he's not a first quarter kind of guy, but when he gets into the second half, that's when he gets really hot, He's a former player at LSU, That's, one of the high D1 schools, in college basketball, LSU.
And he's pretty much made Australia home
yeah.
along the way. So
for some of you guys, I don't, LSU is Louisiana State, State University. Is that so?
Yep, that's right.
Yeah. The kick ahead to Arkel. Bongetti back to Arkel. Arkel for the 3. Why not? So the Falcons are getting fired up right now. It's a 10-point lead. Sam McDonald with the ball, directing the offense, passes to Jack Purchase. 9 on 6. Purchase with the shot, does not take it. Great assist by Jack.
Yeah.
So Jack with a good pass. Good screen by Matthew Bongetti to Chris Campbell. Campbell driving. He's fouled and one. So Waverley is getting fired up, man. So he'll go to the line for one more. When Andrew, when we're seeing Andrew Gaze over there getting up, talking with his team, saying you gotta play good defense. In terms of a younger team playing, a much more experienced team like Waverley, how do you think they can play him?
Well, they just have to do what they can do. There's not much else. So they've got to keep pressuring, listen to the experience, and try and do one thing that Andrew Gaze is telling them right.
Yeah.
And out of those little successes, out of those attention to the little details, they'll get there. But if they try, the problem is that when they get behind like this, often the inexperienced guys will start to try and win it on their own.
Yeah. And just to cut you off for a little minute, we'll go to a short break and we'll come back with some stats.
So Falcons lead the game 24-14. Do you want to quickly run down the leading scorers there?
Well, right now it looks to be Ivan Platnick with 5 points for the Falcons, followed by Brad Kelleher, with 4, and we have Sadal Threat with 2 assists, 1 steal, and is perfect at the free throw line. But he's also 50%. From the field.
What's really promising for Andy Sherwell, coach the Falcons, is that there are only 2 players that haven't in fact scored yet, and they're the 2 that haven't been on the floor.
Yeah.
So that's positive. Whereas for the Tigers, what you can see is Jock Landale, the big centre, is actually
8.
dominating there. 8. He's a fantastic effort from him.
And then the youngster who plays for the I think the national team, the big the state team, Jack Purchase and McKay, who are also following up. McKay has 4 points.
Now it's unusual to see that Jack Purchase hasn't had much time, but also hasn't scored. So.
Yep. So as we're back to the game, we have Sam McDonald with the ball, being played by Adrian Campbell. Jack Purchase with the pass inside to McKay. Another pass by McKay, and Jock Landell will be fouled.
They really have got it worked out to get the ball into Jock's hands. And I think the Falcons just need to adjust to that, make certain that they're seeing what's going on behind them.
Yeah, and that's just a matter of the 4 and 5 man speaking to the defense and telling them what's behind them, because they don't have eyes behind their head.
Yeah.
Adrian Campbell with the ball.
So that takes Jock Landale up to 10 points in the game, with 7 rebounds. So shout out to
and Matthew Bongetti once again with the 3.
Shout out to
Sam McDonald steps out of bounds.
To Justin and Callum at Big V. I think you're probably looking at Jock Landale on the blue carpet here.
Yep. That wasn't that was a foul on. I don't really know who it was, but we'll just let that slide. Purchase up to. So Tigers swing the ball very well to Purchase into the paint, misses everything. Blenner has it to Adrian. Adrian Campbell spinning, misses.
Blenner has it.
Blenner has it once again with the rebound. Arkell does not bank it in. Back to Chris Arkell to Matthew Borghetti, who gives it in the post, and it is Falcons' ball. So
yeah, that was experience there, wasn't it?
Yep.
Rather than just turning around and banging it up, Simon just kicked it out, went through hands, looked back then for the post, didn't quite make it, and Jock Landale just be able to get a hand
Chris
on
Arkell with the long 2 misses, rebounded by Big Brad. Big Brad is blocked. The steal by Chris Arkell, puts it up. Easy 2. Daniel with the ball, swings to Jack. Jock in the post, picks up his dribble, and it is stolen by the experienced Blenner Hassett. Simon to Adrian, and Adrian Campbell slows down the offense and just tells his Falcons to run through it. Into the post, and it is tipped by Jock. So Adrian Campbell is replaced by Sadal Thread, and also Chris Arkell will escape the floor for Brad Kelleher.
So Jock Landale definitely not overawed by Bridgewater.
Yep.
Bridgewater. He's managed to get his
Sadal
hand
kicks to Matthew. Matthew for 3. Once again, another assist by Sadal Threat. That will be his 3rd. The steal almost by Brad, but it is still Tigers basketball. Tom Boyle will come back into the game for Big Brad. Sam McDonald. McKay, the penetration, the pass does not go.
Simon Glenn has it obviously taught when he was a junior that he acknowledged when they foul.
Yep.
That's a courtesy that's sort of gone out of the game to a large extent. It's good to see people still doing it.
The three. Simon with the rebound. Kicks it to Sadell. Sadell taking a picture of the floor, crossing over Sam and passing it inside to Brad. Brad misses. Rebounded by Matthew Bongetti. Bongetti kicks it out to Tom Boyle. Tom Boyle does not make the three. Rebounded by McKay. 3-on-1. The alley-oop. Nothing comes out of that. Assist to Sadell's threat, and Matthew Bongetti makes his third. Silva has been pressed up, so McKay passes to Sam. Jeremy once again. Falcons switching on all screens, which is very good defense. Pump fake, the step back. McKay looks for the three, doesn't go. Sadell throw kicks ahead to Brad. Brad Kelleher scoops, goes up. Matthew Bongetti for the three once again. Misses this time. Brad. Simon Brenner has it down low. Sadell commanding a play. Attacks the paint. Hesitating. Looking for Brad Kelleher. Passing. Miss. Rebounded by Jeremy McKay. He'll dribble. Kicks it to Silva. Silva comes up the floor successfully. Going off the pick. Look, in the post is the fadeaway jumper by Jack Purchase.
That's Jack's first points of the game.
Yep. Brad Kelleher driving, but it is tipped by Silva. Great defense. And the Melbourne Tigers will call the first time out of the second quarter. And we'll be back.
And we've got the Falcon on the floor, cutting his struts as the refs bring everybody in back again. So it's the Falcons with a 35-18 point lead with 5:38 on the shot clock. We want to acknowledge the efforts of the 14-1 boys today, who are out doing court attendant duties and are also providing us with your images today.
Yes, indeed, we would like to thank them. And Brad in the corner, misses. Jack with the rebound. Silva with the ball. Over to Sam McDonald. Back to Silva. Silva with the pick from Jock. Does not go. Johnny to Sam. Sam the two dribble pull up. Hits the backboard. Sadell with the rebound. Sadell still with the handle. Kicks it to Brad. Brad with the jumper. Another assist to spread. That will be 4 assists. Jack Purchase for 3. rolls around the rim, doesn't make it. Brad Kelleher with the
Another
rebound,
rebound.
back to
Yeah.
threat. Silva with the rebound. Silva in transition, goes all the way. Number 8. So that will be on Mark Goodwin. First personal foul to Mark. Chris Arkell replaces Simon Brenner-Hassett.
Yeah, Sadal thought the call was on him there for a moment, but he thought he'd definitely made possession, and probably if the foul hadn't come in from Mark, it would have been a charge. So
Yep.
Sadal's already organised the team, called the offence. Tigers back into a 2-3 zone. Tom Boyle inside, out to
Palm fake by Goodwin. Back, Arkell driving. Hits the side of the backboard. Tigers ball.
Yeah, and again, Chris thinking he was fouled on that shot. Falcons applying pressure at the half court.
Jack in the post. Foul by Sadal.
And that's 5 on the Falcons.
The pass from Sadal to Brad Kelleher. That would be 5 assists. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. Sadal with another one. Misses.
And a bit of showmanship there from Sadal, just
Yep.
pointing out to the ref it was a no look, and the Tigers bench it was a no look pass. But Mark Goodwin has picked up a foul. Of course, Mark also sat last season out with a knee injury, so
Yep.
he's still adjusting back into the game.
Okay.
And at this point, subbed out for Ivan.
And Silva's at the line, right? Paul Silva. We'll have 2. And Silva will be replaced by Robert Sartori. So Ivan planning with the up and under and gets Jock off his feet, and he'll go to the line for 2.
That's quite amazing. 7 minutes into this quarter before the Falcons have, the Tigers have actually fouled.
That's just good defense. Also, one of the reasons they haven't fouled is the Falcons have been having easy layups also. So it makes it very hard to foul if the offense is going exceptionally well. So number 7, Justin Scaffa. Jack to Justin. Justin back to Johnny. Johnny looks to pass inside. The steal by Sedell.
Yeah.
That's 2 steals. 2 steals to Sedell. The no look to Ivan Platnik for the easy 2 reverse layup.
So that's the 7th assist already from Sedell.
Yep. Long 3, air ball.
Another rebound to Ivan.
Arkel. Layup. Jack in the post. To Jock. Jock misses. Rebounded by Robert. Robert back to number 7, which is Justin. Justin using the pick, the roll, and Justin with a pull-up.
Yeah, Falcons left him too much space then. Tom Ball electing to stay
Chris
back down.
Arkel for the 3. So there with number 8. Assist number 8, right?
Yep.
We're just counting it down. He might get like 30 assists tonight, man. Justin still with the ball. To Jack. Jack with the pull-up. Sedell attacking. To Chris Arkel. Inside. Up. Another pump fake by Ivan.
So Jock Landale picks up his 3rd and takes a breather with a minute remaining in the half. It's a good call from Andrew Gaze.
Yep, and we have Justin replacing him. I mean, we have Daniel Sutcliffe, who played in the youth league game earlier, replacing number 15, Johnny. And the second free throw by Ivan is not good. Rebounded by number 13, Dalton Wilshire. Dalton with the ball. Over to Jack. Jack with a step back. Misses. Ivan to Sedell. Screen in transition. The roll to Arkel. Arkel is blocked. But because Wilshire was out of bounds, it is Falcons ball. Matthew Bonghetti will inbound. Chris Arkel for 3. Misses. Rebound to number 7. Justin. Justin still with it.
Fifteen, 12 seconds on the clock, 11 on the shot clock, 9. So the shot clock will go a little bit under the game clock.
Yeah. Rebounded by Chris Arkel.
Falcons got 2.
Sedell with 2 seconds. He'll shoot it. Misses.
It's a 21 point difference between the two as they head to the locker rooms to have a chat. We'll be back a little bit later. Stick around to see the second half of this fantastic game.
Yep.
So welcome back to the Waverley Falcons home court here at Chadstone, Melbourne, Victoria. The Falcons Nest, as it's known colloquially amongst us all, and Daniel has got the stats for the first half. Falcons leading 48 to 27. With 2 minutes to go, we'll hand you over to Daniel.
Yes, indeed. The major factor for this game has obviously been Sadell threat up top for the Falcons. You know, he's perfect from the line with 100% 2 for 2 free throws. He had a total of 4 rebounds, which were defensive, 8 assists, 0 turnovers, 3 steals, 1 foul, and 2 points. And you know, on the other side of you know, the opposition up top for the Tigers is Silva, who is also perfect from the line, 4 for 4 with 0 assists, 3 rebounds, and just 4 points. So you can, you know, with those stats coming, you know, from just to compare the 2 point guards for the Falcons and the Tigers, you can tell that the experience of Sadell and just in terms of running the offense and directing his team, you know, where to go. That, you know, I think that's the major factor in the game right now. And you know, I'll hand it over to Andrew to, you know, give us a perspective of what he thinks.
Yeah, so look, you know, you have to say that it is an experience thing, but it's not just Sadell's experience; it's the entire team. And again, a really solid effort from all of the players there. Yeah, just during that little break there, while Daniel was going through all of the stats there, the junior Falcons were getting some shots with the senior players, and of course our Falcon had to get into every shot, didn't he? So bit of a camera hog is our Falcon, but we're ready to go, and we've got. The refs on court, Falcons on court, Tigers on court.
Yep.
Ready to start the third quarter. And Sadell has the ball in his hands. Falcons running a high set.
The assist from Simon Blennerhassett to Ivan Platnik for 2.
Yes, I think Ivan was wondering where Sadell's pass was heading there.
Yep. McKay with the ball into the post to Jack. The handoff to McKay, back to Silva. The steal by Sadell to Ivan. Ivan misses, gets his own rebound, goes back up, he's blocked. Jock Landell with the rebound to Silva. Silva running it to Jack Burgess. McKay into trying to pass in the post, but gives it to Silva. Blocking foul on number 4. Offensive, that will be Robert Satori. Brad Kelleher driving. Sadell to Brad Kelleher. Tom Boyd with the offensive rebound to Brad. Brad goes up and under and finishes with the scoop. Robert Satori Up to Silva, to Jeremy McKay, to Jock Lando. Silva, great ball movement, but they're not going anywhere. They go inside, and it is Waverley ball. Basically, they've been moving the ball very well, but don't have any scorers. They're just a young team who cannot get the ball in the basket.
Yeah, they're working through Jock Lando a lot, and Falcons have just tightened up on him just that little bit. That it's not getting in the room that he had.
The pass, the block by Jack Purchase.
But they are very, very quick at double teaming Ivan. So you saw that Jock behind and Jack in front. Didn't give Ivan anywhere to go.
Tapo Silva into Jock. Jock looking to spin. Doesn't. Rebound by Sedell.
Yeah, Tom Boyle has actually done a good job on him.
Blenner has it for 3. Does not go.
In the last quarter. It's a foul on Ivan.
Very unfortunate for Ivan Platnik.
His first.
Yep. McKay. Ivan Platnik running the lane hard. Lays it in.
So Falcons shooting at 41% at the moment, as opposed to the Tigers 24, and that's
Jack
really
Purchase looks to shoot the 3. Silva goes up. Foul on Tom Boyle.
And that's really the story of the game at the moment.
Yep.
And shot attempts are hugely in Falcons' favour. So they've had from the field they've had 49 attempts, 48, 49 attempts compared to the Tigers 38.
Tom Boyle with the rebound to Sedell threat. Sedell threat using the peekaboo screen. Ivan Platnik. He's fouled by Jeremy. That would be on. Yep. Is that on Jeremy
McKay?
Yeah, Jeremy McKay. And Platnik is on the line. Ivan comes up short. Misses, but is still by Blenner has it. The pass to Brad Kelleher, who makes the 2. Fouls on 33 once again, Jeremy McKay. He'll check out and he'll be replaced by Daniel. So Daniel Sutcliffe replaces McKay. And the inbound will go to Falcons.
And the court attendance this game from the 14-1 Falcons boys. And we've got one of the 14-1s with us at the moment.
Silva with the ball. Silva driving, picks up the dribble to Daniel Sutcliffe. To the wing to Jack Purchase. Jack Purchase for the 3. Brad Kelleher with it. Spinning, going base. Passing. Brad. Big Brad down low with a hook shot. To Paul Silva.
So Ryan has been manning camera for us today. But Ryan, how did you go on your game on Friday night?
Well, we lost to Ballarat by 17 points.
Did you have to go to Ballarat?
No, we played them here, but it means we'll have to go there somewhere along in the season.
And
Alright, good luck versing Ballarat next time, man.
Thank you.
No problem. So Silver makes 2, right?
Yep.
Converts 2. Sadell to Arkel. Ivan going to work. He's fouled by 21. Daniel Sutcliffe and Ivan Platnik will go to the line.
so Ivan's up to 13 at the moment with 10 rebounds. He's already got his double-double and still a lot of game to go. So back to your question at the beginning of the game, you said how would he go? Well, as I said, these are the sort of numbers that he racks up game after game after game. Although there was a stage where opposition coaches would love to see him on the foul stripe like that. And he had a very poor shooting percentage, but he's worked very hard on it, and now he gets a few in every now and then.
Yeah. Daniel Sutcliffe, Adrian Campbell, back to Daniel. Silver with it. Silver going up.
Arkel misses the rebound, but it's kicked out. Brad Kelleher
Driving and finishing.
Just awfully fast.
Silver with the ball.
And there's something for the juniors to see. Not only did Brad Kelleher just make that huge dash down the court to beat the players, but he got back on D. He was the first one back.
Yep.
As Jack Purchase puts it in.
And one.
And that puts the Tigers in the foul trouble. So now the Falcons will go to the stripe every time that the Tigers foul.
Yeah, and we have Justin Scuffer, who checks in for Silver, and also Sam McDonald for number 4, Robert Sartori.
And that miss makes Ivan's stats 50% free throw shooting.
Yep.
5 from 10. And that's pretty much where he is most times.
Sam looking to shoot, picks it up, and the 3-point shot made by Justin Scupper, who just checked in the game. Adrian Campbell with the ball to Brad Kelleher. Brad Kelleher passes the ball to Big Brad, and unfortunately Chris Arkel was not able to catch the ball, and turnover. Sam Mack, the shot by Sutcliffe, rebounded by Brad. Brad penetrating, getting in the lane, pulls up on top of the key, misses. Brad Kelleher has checked out for Matthew Borghetti. And Justin with the ball to Jack Burgess. Jack Burgess looking to use a pick. A great show by Brad, and Brad will dunk the ball.
Well, he would have enjoyed that. Not so much the dunk, but the fact that he's actually picked someone's pocket there.
Yep. Brad with a rebound to Adrian Campbell. Arkel. Adrian Campbell with a 3. Misses. Rebounded by Ivan. That should have been field violation. Unfortunately, it wasn't called. Joe Landell is posting up Big Brad in the post. So the steal by Ivan to Brad. Bridgewater. Arkel into Ivan. And once again, Ivan gets his easy buckets as he ran the lane hard, right? And so Justin Scuffer has the ball for the Tigers. Jack Burgess with the dribble handoff, driving left with a step back. That's not gonna go.
Had the mismatch against Adrian Campbell and decided to shoot over the top. Probably didn't need the fadeaway on it.
So foul on 7, Adrian Campbell. And Simon Blennerhassett will replace number 9, top leading scorer for the Falcons, Ivan Platnick.
Yeah, Adrian would probably feel a bit aggrieved at that. He was just trying to go with his man. Justin stepped in his way. Refs obviously considered he'd made his position. And he makes both baskets.
Yeah. Campbell. In the post is Arkel. Arkel putting it up. Fouls on number 4. Simon Brenner has it. And the Falcons are in foul trouble. And Tigers will shoot 2. There's substitutions on the floor. Johnny Collister has replaced Jack Purchase on the floor.
Yeah, so Andrew Gay's not quite certain that he's knows what to get his guys to do at this stage. They're certainly not following the script.
Johnny on the line makes 2. Blanda has it to Arkel. Bongetti passes into the post. And the dunk.
Huge dunk over Jock Landell.
Why not? Yeah, that's big man move right there for the center from LSU. 6'8" power forward. Rebounded by Bongetti. The foul will be on Sam McDonald. And Blennerhassett will go to the line for 2. Both teams are in foul trouble with just 1 minute 8 seconds for the third quarter.
Yeah, just a tap across the head there.
Huh?
Nothing Simon would not be used to in his new career as a policeman.
Yeah. He's at Fitzroy, yeah? Fitzroy Police Station.
Yeah, so Sam wants to be very careful.
Yeah. And he looks after some of the boys at Fitzroy. Yeah, with everything. So he makes 1 out of 2, I think. Sam to Johnny. Johnny in the post to Jock. Jock trying to answer back. The block by Big Brad. Bongetti for 3. Misses. Rebounded by number 7, who is Justin. The steal by Simon. Adrian Campbell to Matthew.
This game is being played much more like a youth league game than a champ man. The speed is...
So, unfortunately, Mark Goodwin passed the ball to Andrew Gaze. Turnover.
Oh. you're going to pass to someone, you might as well pass to him.
Yeah. He was one of the best shooters in the NBL, him and Leonard Copeland for the Tigers, you know. So
I'm not going to ask if you were around to watch him play, but have you watched any of the old games?
yeah, I've watched some of the old games, you know, from Leonard Copeland's collection.
Yep.
What I've seen is just a lot of jump shooting. He does a lot of everything. He was one of the best players here. And so that is the end of our third quarter.
And we'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
So welcome back for the final quarter with 40 seconds to go before we start the final 10 minutes. Falcons are sitting there quite comfortably with a 29-point lead, 71-43. Some of the key stats there, Daniel.
Well, the key stats for the Falcons at the moment are the contribution from Chris Arquette with 10 points. Brad Kelleher has 14. Ivan Platnick has got 19. Followed by number 6, Matthew Borghetti with 3 threes. And Sadal Brett, who has 2 points, but he has 9 assists on top of that and 3 steals.
And one of the key things there is that they've been shooting at only 44%. They've put up an astounding 62 attempts and only scored 27 of them. Whereas for Melbourne?
For Melbourne, they have a total of 43 points at the moment, but their key scorers are number 6, Jack Burgess with 11 points, followed by number 31, Jack Landau with 10. And we have Justin Scuffer and Silver tied up 7 points each. As Justin has ball, passes away, it's play on, as Johnny shoots the 3 and nails it.
And that'll be something that will be a little bit better because unfortunately for the
Simon
Tigers,
2
points from Mark Goodwin. So that's everybody on the Falcons bench now has joined the scorers. But yeah, getting back to the Tigers, they've been shooting only at 25%. They've put up 12 of 48. So something which is not good enough at this level.
Indeed.
And as the jump ball go the way of the Falcons.
So Matthew will check out for number 9, Ivan. Big Brad in the middle. The fake Euro step to Archie. I mean, not Archie Goodwin, who is an NBA player, but to Mark Goodwin.
Yeah, so Mark will just get better and better over the course of this season.
Yep.
Just as he adjusts back to the tempo.
Justin to number 32, who is Michael. Tigers basketball. Four seconds on the shot clock. Sam puts it up. Doesn't go. And the foul is on number 9, Ivan Platnik. So that would be 3 on Ivan.
Yeah, Ivan's quite used to playing with 3 or 4 fouls, so he'll adjust that. As Sam McDonald settles the Tigers down.
Michael does not get the ball to go, but it is still Tigers ball on the base.
Yeah, that was a good move from Matisse. So Sadal's been sitting out for a while, so
Chris Arkell with the rebound. Adrian Campbell, my bad. The hesitation. Brad in the middle. Chucks it away. Michael. Sadal trying to contest. The foul is on number 15. So former Falcon number 15, Johnny Costa, will have the personal foul. Dalton Wilshire checks in for Sam McDonald. Tom Boyle and Sadal involved in the pick and roll up top. Sadal shaking. Gets inside to Ivan. That'll be foul number 4 on Johnny. My bad, that's foul number 5. So he's fouled out. We have Mark Goodwin, who's checked out for number 13, Chris Arkell. Ivan in the post, fouled by 32, Michael Marias. So Ivan has got 20 and 11, which is a double-double right now. Tom Ball with the rebound to Sadal. Chris Arkell for the 3. That will give Sadal 10 assists. McKay with the ball to Michael Matias. Justin for the 3 and makes it. Brad Gallagher driving base, so he stepped out of bounds, and it's Tigers basketball. With just under 6:20 left in the 4th quarter, Tigers run the flex. So the double team did not work, but the steal by Tom Boyle and intercepted and tipped by
Matisse.
Michael Matias. Matthias, my bad. Falcons ball.
6 minutes to go. Falcons up by 29 points.
So that was a blocking foul on Robert Satori. Chris Arkell for 3. Misses. Justin with the rebound. Robert with the rebound. Justin with the ball right now. Back to Robert. Robert Satori to Matthias. Michael. Jeremy McKay passes back door, but the pass was a little too fast for Robert Satori. Brad Gallagher with it to Tom Boyle. Alley-oop. Unfortunately, that will be Sadal's first turnover. And some pretty good stats though, with just a term of miscommunication from his teammates.
Yeah, he hasn't been worrying about scoring too much. It's more that just that getting it out to his teammates. This
Tom Boyle with the rebound.
Yeah.
Sadal in the paint. He'll go to the line for 2.
I think he must have heard me. Decided he wanted to put a few quick points together.
It's just the commentator's curse, I think. So that messed up his free throw percentages for this game, as he missed his 3rd. Misses both. Brad Gallagher with the rebound. Bounce pass behind his back to Brad. To Ivan. Chris Arkell for the 3. Talking to the referee saying that should have been an and 1.
Yeah, he was definitely dumped on the floor after the...
Michael with the ball. Michael to McKay. McKay to Robert. Satori is asked to shoot. Sadal throw with the rebound. Chris Arkell misses. Rebound. Rebound by Ivan Platnik. That makes it 12 rebounds. And jump ball. And it's Melbourne Tigers ball. Falcons with a soft full court press. Robert driving. The steal by Brad. Brad with the easy layup. The 3 gets his own rebound, and the foul was on number 10, Tom Boyle. So Ivan, Sadal Thread, and Brad Gallagher will grab a seat. Has the bench players come back in? Mark Goodwin, Matthew Bogetti, and Big Brad.
Of course, these are the sort of games where a coach can actually run his bench.
Yep.
You've got a handy buffer. You let them get some game conditions under their belt.
Yep.
As Tigers convert the 2 free throws.
Chris Arkell to Matthew. Bridgewater with the fade. And makes the money. Jack Purchase going base, fades away, rebound to B square. Chris Arkell Some good footwork. Matthew Borghetti to Tom Boyle. Tom Boyle passes to Mark Goodwin. Mark Goodwin spinning to Chris Arkell with the floater. Rebounded by Mark. Misses, but Tom Boyle is there for the putback. Has it tips it back in. Silva to McKay. McKay to Robert. Robert Satori trying to look inside. They swing it back to Silva. Silva for the 3 misses. Chris Arkell with the defensive rebound to Mark Goodwin. Mark Goodwin guarded by the smaller guard. He's able to do some work. To Borghetti to Chris Arkell. Chris Arkell misses the 3. And the and 1. That is some crazy stuff right there, man.
Oh dear. Oh dear, there's nothing that poor Melbourne player could do on that one, Jeremy McKay.
Big Brad square.
He just picked up that ball in one hand and
Yeah.
said, I'm going to the basket, and if you're underneath me, well, you know.
Points count, 1 shot. Let's go. And so Big Brad converts the 3-point play.
But he's been doing it. He's been doing that to a lot of defenders over the years. So
Yeah.
Jeremy McKay at 18 is just learned
Jack
what
Burgess for the 3.
a long line.
Brad
of
with a
players
defensive rebound. Brings it up the floor to Chris Arkell. Chris Arkell for the 3. And the assist will go to B square. Silva with it to Wilshire. Wilshire to the pass it all back round to Jack Burgess for the pull-up. Put back by Sutcliffe. Mark Goodwin with the ball. Goodwin going to the rack, and we'll have 2. Chris Arkell will check out for Simon Blennerhassett.
So with a 40-point game, 1 minute and 22 seconds to go.
Blowout. Oh. Mark Goodwin comes up short, but hopefully he gets the second. Indeed he does. Tapua Silva. Mark Goodwin with the defensive pressure. Wilshire to Sutcliffe. Satori with the long 2. Misses. Wilshire with the rebound to Jack Purchase. Jack Purchase with the 3. The rebound by Blennerhassett. The foul is on Jack Purchase. Blennerhassett does not make the first. Misses both. Tigers ball. Tapua Silva to Wilshire. Back to Silva. In the post is Sutcliffe. So points good. Sutcliffe. Fouls on number 4, Simon Blennerhassett, and Daniel Sutcliffe will have 1 to come. So Tigers will throw it out, and it is Falcons basketball. Jack pitches. Daniel goes up, finishes.
Much better ball movement from the young lads.
So Big Brad with the big finish. B square. Let's just call that game, you know. The steal, but the foul. Number 7, Adrian Campbell.
So with 5 seconds to go, can we get a steal and a shot from the Falcons? No, they're going to just let it go. Let it go.
So that's the game, guys. The final scoreboard is 98 to 59. You guys can do the maths at home. That's basically a blowout. Thanks very much. We'll be back with some stats after this.